Schlumberger Vineyard. Apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And had the most fantastic experience. If it sounds familiar to you in any way, it might be because Jenna from Eat, Live, Run worked there for a while, which is actually the reason why I went. I had lunch with her earlier in the day in Healdsburg, and now I'm headed to Eureka, California, to spend a night, and then I'm on to Portland. But this has all just been an insanely amazing day. So I started in San Francisco. I was there for a day and a half, 2 days, visiting a friend from school. And I basically, if you were to see every more interesting part of San Francisco in one day, I'm pretty sure I did that yesterday. I am so sore, and I can imagine that I'll probably be even more so tomorrow. It was just wonderful. I mean, hold on, let me give you another view of this. I can't believe I'm here. But back to what I was saying. What happened was I don't know, their apartment is very centrally located, and one of his roommates has lived there for a while and gave me a map with a few, must-go-to points, not solely, Fisherman's Wharf and everything else that any travel guide will tell you, although I did do that as well, and I just wandered in and out of places, neighborhoods, stores, although I obviously didn't buy anything, but window shopping is kind of fun. And yeah, that was my day yesterday. I had a very hearty breakfast, and then not really a lunch, possibly Ghirardelli chocolate ice cream, if you want to count that as lunch, but I feel like a lot of doctors would beg to differ. And let me see, I'm pretty sure. No, not yet. Okay. Driving through, there's a million vineyards here. It is gorgeous and amazing, and I wish I could spend, I don't know, a month just exploring everything, because it's beyond me. I can't believe people live here, which is how I felt about so many places I've went to. Another reason why this trip is so great. Back to my story. So I did that, and then I got home as in his apartment, around 4-ish, took a shower, got ready, everything. He came home from work. We went for Thai food because I wanted to try an Asian cuisine, because I know the Bay Area is so good for that. Unfortunately, not the best Thai food either of us has ever had, but good enough. We went out for drinks, and we just kind of stayed out kind of late, had fun, had a delicious cucumber gin and mint cocktail that they made for me exclusively at the bar. And then we went to a few other places. It was a good time. This morning I woke up somewhat early. I had to move my car because basically everywhere in San Francisco you can park for 2 hours between the hours of 8 and 9. So I could leave it there overnight, but then I have to make sure I move it before that 2-hour mark the next day. So did that, got everything packed up again. I've become so good with being a nomad, I can't even tell you. I don't know how I'm going to adjust to living permanently in one place. And then I headed north. I stopped in Sausalito, and I got coffee, which I was in desperate need of. Fortunately, it just happened to be Blue Bottle coffee. I texted Jenna the day before and asked her where her favorite coffee was in San Francisco, because she's raved about it a bunch of times. And she told me, but I couldn't quite find the Ferry Building, because although I got familiar with certain areas, I really didn't know where that was. So I just went everywhere but. And then today, just by chance, happened to go into a cafe that was serving Blue Bottle coffee in Sausalito, and that was wonderful because it was so good. And then I came into Healdsburg, and I worked at my computer for a little bit. Met up with Jenna for lunch. She is fantastic. I'm actually like one of her real readers. She was real. I didn't mean real. I'm actually one of her first readers. But yeah, so her and I have known that each other has existed for quite some time now. And when I was coming through the area, this is paradise for me to come visit her. I figured why not, since it was north anyways, and I have to drive this direction. And then I had lunch with her. We talked about everything in life and love and the future. And then she gave me like a list of places to go. Fortunately, I couldn't go to all 3 of her vineyards she suggested because I have to get going on the road again. But I made sure to stop at this past one where she worked for a period of time. And I'm so glad I did. The wines are exquisite. And I met the manager and the guy who's in charge of marketing for them. Spoke to them briefly, got a tour of the vineyard itself, and just wonderful. One of my best experiences, and I'll make sure to write about it more with more information. And so, yeah, now I'm going to the Pacific Northwest. The time has come, and most of it will be spent with my friend Elizabeth, who's abroad in France because she's living there now, and a few other people who I've met since then. And it's just going to be lots of fun. I really am coming to a turning point of this trip where I'm starting even to get sad that it's going to be over. I don't want to start heading east. I want to see the things that are east without actually ever getting home. And I know that if I were to continue doing this, say 6 months, yes, I would want to go home. But right now, it's just far too amazing and surreal and wonderful. And I've saved up enough money to really just enjoy all of it that I can't imagine, I don't know, getting a 9-to-5 job and settling in New York and whatever. But we shall see. That's what makes life exciting, right? That we don't really know what's next. And who knows what the next few days, weeks, months will bring me. So hope all's well. And I will see you when I'm in between Portland and Washington. I might do it with Liz, and then you can have more than one personality, which could be interesting because I'm sure you're tired of me at this point.